Konnichiwa, mina, this is T-Sakura, and you're watching PokeCast. Moving on to the third comic within the Cyborg and Robots. This is Clockwork Girl, issue 2, and this comes from our Kana Comics. And this is the one I had to definitely introduce. I had to at least do one comic that isn't infamous. You know, I could have, like I said before in my preview video, I could have used Cyborg from the Teen Titans. I could have used Deathlock from Marvel. There's so many more people I could have used, but with all the famous people I'm actually using now, I definitely had to at least bring in one new person. Plus, I had to have a couple more more robots, so definitely had to add that in. So with Clockwork Girl, the thing that caught my eye immediately when I started reading it was the art is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, the artist just captures everything and just makes it into a fantastic one. Like right here, here's let's see if I can get this up there. Here's some of the art from there, just absolutely fantastic. That you're able to really, I mean, the eyes alone in Clockwork Girl really shows that, you know, she's a robot, but she just seems so alive, and just the art is what really brought me into this comic. Then, of course, it's definitely one of those unique love stories. You have Hexley the monster, who was made by Dr. Dantros, I think that's how I say it. And then you have Clockwork Girl and her brother Bot, who is made by Dr. Wilhelm. And, you know, Hexley has found Clockwork Girl and has fallen in love with her. Kind of unique about how two creations meet up and fall in love with each other. And it really shows a great story building up. It's a four-part story, but at least with this one, you finally get to meet Clockwork Girl, really, and get to see. Okay, you get introduced to Bot. You kind of just see how the Doctor really is. He's not willing to let her out, and it really does remind me of a couple other infamous characters from other movies. Well, let me just say it like this way. You have a girl, a beautiful girl who is made by a scientist who's been locked away in a tower, who's in love with somebody outside. Right there you can already guess a couple of them are actually out there. So it's nice to see that they're still using that formula inside a comic like this. And right now there's a huge fair going on. You know, the scientists are willing to, you know, show their newest things. Unfortunately, he's not willing to show Clockwork Girl yet. He brings her brother Bot down and meets his friend Dr. Dantros, you know, to see who's going to win. And oh, well, actually, it looks like, you know, there's a fair going on, but okay, it's 1 year ago when he and the other Doctor meet up and decide to have, you know, to show off their creations. Okay. And I'll leave it right there as for the endings. I don't want to spoil too much. Definitely one I'd have to say, you know, pick up if you're looking for some great art in there, because they do such a wonderful job with it. And the story so far has been, you know, a unique one. I wish I had more if I can at least go into depth about the story, but I don't. So it's probably going to be one of those I can say it's great to have for a collection, but it's probably one of those that, you know, pick it up, see if you like it. Because as far as it's concerned, it's the art which captures me. I want to get the entire series because of the art alone. Story comes second, insofar as it's been a nice story, and I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Is Clockwork Girl going to be able to escape and express her love towards Hexel, or is the Doctor just going to keep her locked away and then she has to escape? So a lot of questions to be left open with only having part 2 of a 4-part series, so that's been pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little insight on Clockwork Girl. Definitely recommend pick this one up, especially if you're a fan of art in your comics. This would definitely be one to add to that section. So this is TC Chris saying ciao.